Hello students. So till now we had discussed this chapter. We were seeing the chapter again, that is fiber to fabric. And in this chapter student we talk about the fibers. What are fibers? We discussed that how the fibers help in forming that of a fabric, and in that we discussed that this fiber is first of all converted to that of the yarn, and the process of conversion of the fiber to that of the yarn is known as a spinning. That is known as spinning. Okay, so this process is known as a spinning, in which the fibers, they are twisted, okay, and they are spun together to form a long thread, and that is known as yarn. Now this yarn is get converted to that of a fabric. And the process which involves the conversion of a yarn to the respective fabric, it includes the two methods. First method is the weaving, and the second method is the knitting. Before we go further, let me remind you again that in this chapter students, we discuss about the fibers, and you know that there are a lot of different types of fibers with the help of which fabrics are made up of. Now fibers are also divided into two, that is the natural fiber and the synthetic fiber. Sorry, synthetic. When we talk about the natural fiber, so natural fiber is a fiber which we obtain from that of the plant and animals. Okay, so basically you see student, if a jute is there which we obtain from the plant, or cotton is there, or silk is there which we obtain from silkworm, flask is there which we obtain from plant itself, or coil is there, or that of the wool is there. Okay, so these are the fibers that we obtain from naturally, okay, that we obtain from that of the plants as well as animals. What about the synthetic students? Like nylon is there, rayon is there, polyester is there students. So these are what? Polyacrylic is there. So these are what? These are the synthetic fibers. Basically if you see the synthetic fiber, we obtain it from the factories which is made up of chemicals. Okay, so we can say that the synthetic fibers, basically it is made up of a chemicals, but the natural one we obtain from nature. So you see student, we had discussed that how can we obtain the jute from that of the jute plant, which part we used to take it for the as a fiber or to extract the fiber from that of the plant. You know that if we talk about the jute, so jute basically the stem of the plant. Not only jute but the flask also, we take the stem of the plant. What we used to do for that of a jute students, we used to take the jute in a cluster, harvest the jute when it is at the flowering stage, and after that we will take it and keep it dipped in water for few days. After that what you will observe that the jute stalk is separated out, and from that of the jute rods, so you can separate it, the fibers from it. So we can say that jute we obtain from that of the stem of the plant. Flask also we also obtain from the stem of the plant. Coir, students, especially coir is present at the cover of the coconut, you can say, the outer covering of the coconut, basically consisting of a fiber, that is coir. What about the cotton, students? Cotton is obtained from cotton plant. Okay, so when the cotton balls, when the flowers of the cotton, they burst, then you will see a white, soft, fluffy portion will appear on the upper or on that of the flower part of the cotton plant. That is actually the cotton balls. Okay. Now the cotton balls, these cotton balls, basically it consisting of the seeds in it. So what we have to do, at first we have to remove the seeds, and the process of removal of the seeds from that of the cotton ball is known as ginning. Okay, so by the process of the ginning, what we used to do, we have to separate the seeds from that of the cotton ball, and finally this cotton will also be spun together to form the cotton yarn, which later on use as a cotton fabric. If we talk about the fiber to that of a fabric, student, I told you that yarn to fabric, basically it involves the two type of a step. It can be by the process of weaving, it can be by the process of a knitting. You see? That is, if we talk about the yarn to fabric, students, so I told you that it involves two processes. First one, it can be done by the process of weaving or knitting. So we have studied about that of the weaving one. In case of a weaving of the yarn, students, that will also get converted into fabric. What are the things that is needed? That is the most important. Two set of yarn. Okay, so we do not need a one set, but we need a two set of yarn. Okay, so these two set of a yarn, they are placed perpendicular to each other. It means one set of a yarn. Okay, then over it, the another set of a yarn will be kept at a right angle to that of the first set of yarn. So in the one set of a yarn is there, students, and then what we will do, we will keep it a right angle, the second set of a yarn also. Okay, and then what you will see that this will be, they are right angle to each other, and finally it will help in the formation of that of a fabrics. The most important thing that it need a two set of yarn. Now in the weaving only, student, we discussed about the handloom and power loom. Okay, so if it is done with that of a hand, okay, then that is a handloom, and if a power loom, it means machine is used for the process of the weaving, then yes, that is known as a power loom. If we talk about the knitting process, so in case of a knitting, students, the knitting process also, it involves the conversion of the yarn to that of a fabric. That is for both of them. But in case of a knitting, there is no need of a two set of a yarn. one set of a yarn is sufficient for making the fabric. Okay, so we can say that need now this one set of a yarn with the help of the knitting needle or with the help of that of the knitting machine, it will be woven together and thus the formation of the fabric can occur. Here two set of a yarn is there. But here the interloop, the interlock of that of the fibers, that of the yarn occur with the help of the knitting needle and finally help in forming that of a fabric. One set of a yarn, formation of fabric from yarn, formation of fabric from yarn with the knitting needle or knitting machine. Okay, so we used to convert the yarn into a fabric by taking a one set of a yarn and this set of a yarn either with the help of a knitting needle or with the help of the knitting machine, the formation of the fabric can occur. Okay. So on the basis of that, we can define that of the knitting. So let us write the definition of that of a knitting. That of what is knitting. So you see students, knitting is what? The process of making the fabrics. Because I told you that yarn, it helps in making that of the fabric. That will include the weaving and knitting. So both of them is responsible for the formation of the fabric. So we can write it. The process of making of the fabric by interlocking loop of a single yarn interlocking the loops of a single yarn with the help of a knitting needle or with the help of a knitting machine. So we can say interlocking the loop of a single yarn with the help of a knitting needle or knitting machine. Okay, so process of making of the fabric by interlocking the loop of a single yarn with the help of the knitting needle or that of the knitting machine, that process is known as a knitting. Now if we talk about the knitting needle students, so I hope you all are knowing that a sweater, if your mother with the help of a wool she is making the sweater, that is the best example for that of the knitting. Okay, so she is using the knitting needle and a single yarn of a wool is there. With the help of a single yarn of a wool, she used to take a two knitting needle and she used to make the interlock, she used to interlock the yarn together and finally she make a fabric. Okay, that is a woolen fabric. So we can say that if we have to see that of the example of a knitting needle, a best example is that of the sweater. The sweater prepared by your mother. With a single set of wool yarn. Single set of that of the wool yarn with the help of knitting needle. So with the help of that of the knitting needle, she can make that of a wool fabric by using a single set of a wool yarn. Now this one is about that of a knitting needle. What about the machine, students? You can understand by this that it is not necessary that the sweaters is only be prepared with the help of the needle. You know that a lot of sweaters, they are with the process of the knitting itself, with the help of the knitting machine, they can be prepared and they can be used. So they are prepared not with the help of the knitting needle, but basically they are made up of a knitting machine. Lot of other examples are there, students, like you see the underwears are there, okay, or socks are there. So you have seen that all these are made up of only one set of a yarn, and basically it is made up of a knitting machine. Okay, so these are made up of only one set of a yarn. So they are prepared with the help of a knitting machine. So these are some of the examples, students, with the help of which you are able to understand that what is knitting, how the process of the knitting can be done with the help of that of a knitting needle, which is very common, student, which you can see at your home itself during winter. And knitting machines are also there, students, in which knitting needle is not used, but the machine is used for converting the yarn into that of a fabric. It can be any of the fabric, especially we are talking about that of a wool yarn. Okay, so this is about the knitting. So these are the two different methods by which we can convert the yarn into fabric. Okay, so all the different kind of a fabric, basically they are made up of by two process. The first one is that of the weaving and the second one is that of the knitting. Okay, so all the kind of dresses, students, all the that we used to wear, basically these are that is made up of a fabrics, that is of a different fabrics, and that fabrics, they are made up of yarn, and the process, it can be the weaving process or the process can be that of the knitting process. Okay, so this is the whole that how we can convert the fiber to fabric. First of all, we have studied the fibers can be converted into yarn, and the conversion is known as the spinning. The process is known as the spinning, in which either the spinning machine is used, or a spindle is used, a spinning wheel is used for converting the fiber into yarn, and finally the yarn to fabric includes the weaving and knitting method. Okay, so this is all about fiber to fabric. Now when we talk about fiber, when we talk about fabric, you know that, student, these fabric later on, if we talk about the cotton fabric, which we obtain from that of a cotton fiber. So that fabric is used to make a different types of a clothes. Okay, so fabric helps in making the different types of a cloth. Okay, so clothes. So this cloth, the idea of making the fabric, basically it came from the yarn that when we twist it, and finally when we extract the fiber, and with the help of a fiber we can make the fabric. So first of all, we can try to understand the history of that of clothing materials. Okay. History of clothing materials. So you see, students, earlier the people, they are not aware of the fiber term. Fabric and all is a very huge, but even they are not knowing about the term fiber. They are not knowing about the clothes. They do not have cloth. They are not able to prepare clothes. So what they used to do to cover themselves, so they used to take big leaves, and they used to take the bark of the stem to cover themselves. Okay. So people earlier, they used to cover themselves by using big leaves or the stem, bark stem of bark of the tree, students. Animals, they used to wear the skin and the fur of animals. So these are the different things by which the people, they used to cover themselves. Okay, but later on, students, they try to understand that when they start living near that of the river or water bodies, they understand that how the leaves can be twigged together. Okay, so with the help of a thin stem of that of the plants, that is known as a twig, they used to join the two leaves together to make mats, to make baskets. So they understand that how can we join two things together. Okay, then they start using that of the fleece of the animal. The fleece, it means the hair of the animals. Okay, and with the hair of the animals, they start twisting it, they start spinning it, and they are able to form that of a yarn. Okay, and this yarn, they used to combine together to make a kind of a fabric. Okay, so you can understand by the students who at first they were not knowing about it, about nothing. They used to wear the leaves and the trees and the fur of the animals or that of the skin of the animals. But later on, they have understood how to twig it, how to join the two things together, how they can obtain the fibers. Okay, the fleece of that of the animals, and with the help of that of the fleece of the animal, students, they used to spin it together, and by spinning itself, they can convert that of the fiber, that of the animal fleece, into the yarn. And with the help of the yarn, again they convert it into the fabric. Okay, so the conversion of the history, if you see that, so the conversion occurred from that of a fiber to yarn to fabric. So fabric is made, but still they are not knowing how to stitch it. Okay, so they are able to make the fiber to that of a fabric. Still they are not knowing, they are unknown. They are not knowing about that of the process of a stitching. Yes. stitching. Okay. Okay, so they are not knowing about the process of the stitching. Okay. So what they used to do, they used to wrap the fabric around their body. Okay, so to cover the body, what they used to do, they used to wrap the fabric over their body. So you see students, they are able to convert the fiber to that of a fabric. But still, since they are not knowing the stitching process, so what they used to do, they used to wrap it. Okay, they used to cover the fabric around its body. Now, after the invention of that of the sewing needle, then the people, they are able to understand that yes, how can we do the stitching process, and how by this process we are able to make a new or different types of a fabric that we can wear and cover. Okay, so we can write it after the invention of sewing needle, people able to make new and different types of clothes to wear. Okay, so after the discovery of that of a sewing needle, then the people, they have understood about the stitching process. So they used to take the cloth and they used to cut it, and after that they stitch it and give a different and make a different types of clothes. Now this is the history of that of a clothing material, students. Okay, in which earlier the people were not knowing at all about the cloth, but later on gradually they have understood the fiber, they have understood the yarn, how to convert the fiber into yarn, then to fabric, and finally after the discovery of the sewing needle, they have understood that how they can make a new fabric. Now not only this student, but they start cultivating. When they have understood that these fibers, they are useful in converting or in making the clothes, so they start cultivating these fabric near to that of the river or to that of the water bodies. Especially if you see, if we talk about in India, so cotton. Since cotton need more water, so they start cultivating cotton near the Ganga plains. Okay. So cultivation of the cotton starts near that of a Ganga plain. While not only the student, but the cultivation of the cotton as well as that of the flask. The people from the Egypt, they also start cultivating these two type of fiber. Sorry. They are cultivating these two type of fiber which help in making the fabric. So they start cultivating it near that of a Nile river. Okay. So we can say that people, when they have understood the importance of these fibers, so they start cultivating it near to that of the water bodies, since these need a lot of water for their proper development, for proper growth. So they used to grow it near that of the water bodies. So this is all about that of the history of the clothing material, students, that how they have understood the importance of the fiber, how they start cultivating these fibers near the water bodies, how they use this fiber and convert it into yarn and yarn into that of the fabrics. Okay, finally with the invention of this the sewing needle, they also have understood that how they can stitch the clothes, and with the stitching process they can make a new fabrics also. Okay, so this is all about that of a fiber to that of a fabrics. Okay, so this is the end of the chapter, that is fiber to fabrics.